Write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word.
Welcome to Northumberland Art Lovers, a regular program of the Northumberland Festival of the Arts that will run from September the 13th to September the 22nd, 2024 in Northumberland County. My name is Shane Joseph, and on this program, we feature people in our county who have an interest in the arts. And today, we have the pleasure of interviewing the mayor of Cramahe Township, Mandy Martin. So with that, welcome, Mayor Mandy.
Delighted to be here. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you for your time. So I have a few questions for you, Mandy. First of all, what does art, or what role does art play in the economy of Northumberland County?
I think art is integral to everything we do. And I'm speaking generally worldwide, that's my view. And I think that most people don't recognize how intrinsically involved art is in everything that we do. What we manifest, how we approach planning, for example, of the aesthetics, how we feel about ourselves, how we express ourselves, be it in writing, music, art, all the arts, dance, whatever. There's always art in everything that we do in life. You can go to, for example, what we used to call a holler. For example, in Cold Springs Town Hall, which was where the municipal office for Hamilton Township used to be, but years ago, and they'd have a beaten up old piano sitting there, and there would be a meeting over something or other, or some event. But there would always be a holler before the meeting got underway. Somebody would, and it was invariably a woman who knew how to play the piano, and she'd get up and start pounding on the piano, and everybody would sing, you know, Old MacDonald or whatever. Everybody would sort of warm up by singing these old tunes. And it was great. And then the meeting would start and everybody go off and fight and carry on. But anyway, but it was a holler. And that was a very customary thing, you know, just, oh, well, we're all together. Let's have a sing.
Well, in fact, that's an interesting one. Maybe at a future festival, we may have an art program called a holler.
It's wonderful. It does wonders.
So tell me, what is your particular, or what has been your particular involvement in the arts in the county?
Well, I come from a background of artists. My grandfather, my great-grandfather, and my great-grandmother all were artists. And I have other relatives who, you know, played in orchestras and so on and so forth. The arts were always very much a part of my life as a child. And then I fundamentally, most of my childhood was spent in Gore's Landing on the south shore of Rice Lake. And there isn't, I challenge you to find a more idyllic geographical place. I mean, the lake, the seasons, the islands in the lake, the colors, the whatever, nature, hills, whatever. It was who we were. So art in Northumberland. And then there were always, for example, the music festivals where every school would go and compete, whether you went as little soloists or duets or choirs, you know, and those who weren't particularly adept vocally were told to just sit there and mouth the words. But it was inclusive. These were all parts of our life. And art exhibits, musical events and so on. And there were scales of, you know, impromptu mummery things going on or whatever for newlyweds. And I may sound very old school in all this, but this is evidence of how we express ourselves and what it means in our lives. Northumberland is gifted with extraordinary artists, and I mean in all the arts. And I think the geography attracts them. It's like a haven, welcomes you in. You know, there are the vistas you can see far away, but then there are all these little nooks and crannies and secret spots for the soul to find solace, you know, or get up to no good, whatever you want to do. There's lots of inspiration. And I think I don't separate art from whatever it is we're doing in life. I just don't.
Very good. No, that's a very nice way of putting it. I have to say, having lived here myself now for going on 18 years, I find a lot of the scenery does inspire, and that's very good. So tell me, based on what you just said, are there any other unexplored opportunities for artists in this area, other than what we are showcasing at the Festival of the Arts?
Well, I think number one, it is important that we do champion and showcase so that people who are new to our area, and there are more and more coming, and of course, there's generational change. And so the legacy that we want to ensure passes on, the appreciation, we need to share. We need to share performances. We need to share works and celebrate the opinions and the freedom to express ourselves. Yeah, it's just, it's very important. So are there opportunities? Always. I don't care whether you do pop up this or pop up that, or, formal, concerts or whatever. There's always opportunity. And I think it's interesting. The challenge right now is, of course, as everybody knows, social media. And is it only art if it's on social media? Is it only art if somebody brokers it as art? Well, no. Open your eyes, put down your phone for a minute and come and meet and see and experience. And that's the challenge.
I understand. And talking about challenges, though, when it comes to things like funding, I often think that perhaps municipalities would like to fund the arts, but are there other priorities that claim their attention when it comes to, making a choice between funding the arts versus funding other things? What's been your experience?
Well, I think there are always challenges. Everything is competing for money these days. Everything, whether it's a sewer line or this or that or whatever, healthcare, whatever. These are the challenges. So it isn't a matter, it's how you ask and how you frame it. So what is the benefit of municipalities supporting? That is what has to be communicated. It's not that you're just giving out money, walking through the streets, doling out money. This is how it supports our communities. This is how it is integral to who we are, our history, our legacy, what we celebrate. So, for example, here in Cramahe Township, we have an art gallery, which I love very, very much. And it's a cooperative, but we support it by providing the building. It's an old registry office. And so we support that. We know that it's important. We provide the building and work out other things. And the cooperative, the artists, they put on the shows and run the show and whatever, have their own events and so on. So that is an important aspect. And nobody quibbles about that. They understand the value.
Yeah, I can see that framing the value is important. And I think a lot of artists and arts organizations are not able to do that. And I think that's a takeaway for us, to come back to organizations like yourselves to say, okay, here's what we're doing and here's why, and here's how important it is to your community, right? So that's a good one to take away. What in what other ways could you see the Northumberland Festival of the Arts developing in the years ahead?
I think that we should celebrate some of our massive successes, some of the people and events and performers who have come from here. We don't recognize enough. We don't celebrate enough. And that's the old rural, like, don't get too big for your britches kind of stuff. But you know what? We should. If you can't say it, I'll say it for you. Like, I think that we need to celebrate that. I mean, and I think of some of the venues and some of the churches that have been around. For example, in Port Hope, there's the Anglican church. There are a couple of Anglican churches, and United Church has a wonderful facility, as in Coburg, for example, the United Church there, wonderful halls. And we have had incredible musicians come through. Think of the Good Lovelies, for example, which are such a joy. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We've had others in terms of music and artists, um, painting and so on, who have really gone the distance or come here and hidden out for a while. And this is all through history. Writers, we've extraordinary legacy of writers. And I think we should celebrate that. I think whether it's like the Marie Dressler Festival is still going on, and draws lots of people. Well, maybe we should pick some more individuals, and champion them. That's just one idea, and it's not forever or whatever, but a new twist, a new take. We have very, very much to be very proud of and celebrate here in Northumberland County. Amazing.
And in fact, I always plug this in at all these interviews, is that the concept of the Northumberland Festival of the Arts was to bring all these different disciplines in the arts, so the music and the dance and the writers and the poets, all into one place in a concentrated 2-week effort to kind of showcase the county and not keep it fragmented the way it has been in the past, right? So that's the whole the attempt. And I hope the attempt will continue as we refine the festival going forward. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, Mayor Mandy, well, thank you very much for your honest opinions and good ideas. And viewers, remember that tickets will go on sale in May. You can visit us at festivalofthearts.ca for tickets. And also you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, was formerly called Twitter, for other updates as we draw near to the festival. So thank you again, Mandy, for your honest thoughts and for being with us today. Thank you, viewers, for watching, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Northumberland Art Lovers shortly. Goodbye.
Thank you.
We'll write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word.
Sing it,
Shout it,
play it, dance it,
paint it,
say it.
choreographed or off the cuff. Orchestrated works of art, solo endeavors. We'll write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word. We'll write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word.